eyes seemed to change completely. Her irises turned a glowing yellow, and her pupils became narrow slits, just like a reptilian. It only lasted for a brief moment, but
Jessica. Culture is insane. Like, the only thing I could think of when I see this is this being must have existed at some point.
Tá vendo? Nossa, tá porra. Vem, o que aconteceu?
Right there. Boom. They came out of nowhere.
Disappeared.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and 7-up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps glad to grow, helps glad to get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you for watching any TV, whatever the case is. I wish for smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not, but I did have to go ahead and shout out Ray Lewis 9660 and shout out to Scottish Grower all the way to Scotland, man. I appreciate you. I got more shout outs coming. I seen birthdays coming as well. We got y'all tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Saturday's video. We're gonna try to make that the longest video we possibly can that we have done on this channel, just because that's the day we actually started uploading on this channel. That's when we first started, June 20th, 2023. So with that date, I got y'all. I got y'all something special. I'll probably drop a long video, like I just said. Don't forget to hype up the video as well. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope y'all doing good. You already know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Tá porra. Vem cá, pessoal, rápido, não é brincadeira não. É sério. O que aconteceu? Olha lá, tá vendo? Nossa, tá porra. Vem cá, o que aconteceu? Olha lá, tá vendo? Nossa,
Real footage or cap? What's your thoughts?
Everybody is talking about these photos right now and sharing them, and there's wild theories going around from them being alien visitors to AI generation. But here's the thing, in researching these photos, when you look at AI, when it first hit, it stated that they were real, but now AI is stating that they're AI generated. So we really don't know, but it's quite interesting that there's top world leaders seem to have met with these individuals. And now this video message is now generating throughout the internet. So we really don't know. But take a look at it, comment below, let us know what you think.
People of planet Earth, please have a little more patience. You will soon be liberated. You will soon be liberated.
What I'm saying ain't true, but I don't trust none of that shit, bro. Nobody recording shit unless they wanted it to be recorded.
Richest man in China just bought a facility in New Hampshire. Now, what is he doing? He actually bought it for his beverage company for over $60 million, way over the asking price. And it's right next to what? The town's water supply. He's gathering 2 million gallons per day for his beverage company. So now the Chinese have control of New Hampshire's water supply.
Like, how do you allow a whole nother country to buy up freeways because they bought highways
In your hometown,
in
New
your
Jersey.
hometown?
Farmland, highways.
So the Chinese just bought the data, you know, those fast lanes, what do they call them in
The speed lanes, yeah.
speed lanes, right? They just bought a highway, the whole entire data, and they sold it to China. So now they own that data in the highway.
Holy crap.
Didn't China do that in Africa too? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they did do that shit in Africa. We saw clips like that. And America let that happen.
Become an isolated system filled with this discharge. And now we're open because our body wants to have this natural flow that typically would come with walking on the earth. You'll have this natural flow of energy coming in and out of you, coming in and out of you, back into the earth. But when we're isolated and separated from the earth by shoes that has an insulator in them, we just become negatively discharged.
Valley culture is insane. Like, the only thing I could think of when I see this is this being must have existed at some point. Look at the wall.
As many of you might know, Oliver Tree, the YouTube sensation, has died today in a helicopter crash. And completely unrelated, did you know that Oliver Tree was parting ways with his label this year? He announced his departure alongside the cancellation of his album, where the label provided no marketing budgets and refused to support his vision because his music wasn't tailored specifically for TikTok. Following an outpouring of fan support, he and his team managed to negotiate a deal to part ways with Atlantic Records and release records independently. Now, a lot of people are speculating that 2021 was the year that this guy kind of, you know, sold his soul. As you can see, Life Goes On, and his last song being I'm Gone, and as you can see there, the flame, the demonic symbolism with the triangle. Hey, check out his last album from a month ago. Like, some of the songs sort of are a bit eerie when you look at them, like How It Ends, Flowers, Halo, Someone Else, Crazy, Joyride, just died in a helicopter, Superhero, Deep End, Dirty, Death Ray, and World. I'm not gonna lie, this freaked me out a little bit. Check this out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I knew who Oliver Tree was. I didn't know who he was, but rest in peace.
Breaking news, this guy in the 90s named Ho Kan went to explore the largest cave on Earth known as the Son Dong Cave. This is the big cave in Vietnam, the huge cave that's like the biggest cave in the world. Anyways, he says he encountered reptilian humanoids living deep within the Earth. And if I'm not mistaken, the Mayans, or who was it, the Aztecs, or some tribe in the South America, they showed them a picture of the Greys. And they said, yeah, those are, we call them such and such, and they live in the earth. So maybe there's stuff living in the earth, man. Is that shocking or what? So they wouldn't be from space, they'd be from within the earth. That makes a lot more sense because we know space and planets, that story's getting a little bit old.
So they're not coming from other planets. Does that mean that outer space is the border?
Big. Look at it. It's ginormous, mate. Built back in the 1800s as a sign of wealth by the Rothschild family. Some cars down there. Oh, yeah, security car. Some Betsy's in it, you watch. There's a security car on site. There's two. We need to get over to that side. Two cars there. Oh yeah. Oh shit. But if we go that side, we'll get caught by the sensors. See the sensors on the poles on the end? Oh, see them? I don't. So we've got to be really careful. Look at this place, man. Oh wow, it really does look bad, doesn't it? Bad? It looks mental big. It looks lovely. No, yeah, it's gorgeous, but look at the state of it. Look at the windows in that, Levi. This place is falling into proper disrepair.
That shit is dope though. Not gonna lie. That shit is not cool, bro. We see stories like this all the time of kids doing shit like that at school. And you know what? I did see a comment, and I gotta agree with this. We talked about the kids in school, how the teachers ain't teaching shit. And somebody said it falls on the parents. You right. You right. You right. It does fall on the parent. But a parent ain't sometimes the best teacher. There's teachers who go to school to learn how to be teachers, then get a job and don't know how to teach. But let me go ahead and refer to this one. There's some people, y'all said, they taught what they are supposed to teach. You right. But there's sometimes they could do a little bit better, a little bit above their job. I'm speaking from experience because I've seen teachers who do that, do the bare minimum. Come on, they're just there to babysit. They're there to get a check. They're not there to teach nothing. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes when I was teaching. So that's why I'm bringing this point up. People said, yeah, it falls on the parents a little bit. You 100% right. But sometimes the parents can't teach the way the teachers can. The teachers do their job a certain way because they went to school and this is their profession. So they should be a lot better at teaching than the parents should. Of getting the kid to understand, you know what I mean? Shit like this starts at home. Now you definitely got to blame the parents with shit like this. Where they picking it up from? What are they watching that's making them want to gravitate to this? What friends are they choosing to make them want to gravitate to this? And if that's the case, then you need to raise your kid not to be a damn follower and to be a leader. This type of shit ain't cool, can't go unanswered, and I'm sure this type of shit happens all the time, bro. It happens all the time. Raise your kids better. We're not talking about teach your kids better with them for schoolwork. No, we talking about raise your kids better, bro. So they make better decisions. They learning this shit from somewhere. And they need to deal with the consequences of some shit like that. It's my opinion. Pray for the kid, bro. Pray for all of them.
Oh, masa. Yang kaluk. Hah? Ano ya?
Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's only one Spider-Man. There's only one Peter Parker. That's it. And his name is Tobey Maguire. Anybody else that came after him, you're not a Spider-Man. So I'm sorry that you thought you were the Yemen man, and RIP to you, but you know, it's only a matter of stupidity the Lord lets us participate in. And I know everybody say, you know, he died doing what he loved. He loved being stupid, and he died being stupid. I get it. Listen, y'all, if y'all gonna be out here trying stupid stuff, man, and you got people left behind, get you some health insurance, okay, man? So that way, when you do the stupid stuff that you love doing and something happens, your sons and your daughters and your mamas and your wives, they have something, you know, left behind when you're gone. R.I.P., man.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. I thought we was gonna see that shit on camera.
Y'all know who this is? This is Jonah Mendez. This is the CIA chief of disguise. Some of y'all might not recognize her because this is a current picture of her. She's older now. But let me say this before I get to what I'm getting to. We have seen a bunch of videos in 2025 and 26 of these so-called figures, Jim Carrey, other public figures that supposedly have a realistic mask on. It's really not them, they say. And how we know? They say just look at the neck area. You can see the mask. Remember the so-called mask that Biden supposedly had on? They say it was wrinkled up in the back, or you seen a dent on his forehead or on his cheek, or it was sweat in the... Jonah Mendez, CIA's chief of disguise. 1990, Jonah Mendez went to the Oval Office wearing a hyper-realistic mask to brief President George H.W. Bush. She was wearing another colleague's face. He had no clue at all until she peeled it off in front of him. Everybody in that room, only one person knew because they knew ahead of time before she went in there. But nobody knew. She had on a colleague's face, a hyper-realistic mask that was a colleague's face. Not hers, but she peeled it off in front of him. He had no clue. They say he sat back, shocked, eyes wide. That was 1990, y'all. 1990. It's 2026. You mean to tell me they haven't got no better since then? Look at that face, y'all. Close up. You see how good that is? 1990, this 2026. Y'all be careful out there, man. If you didn't know, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Love y'all. Be safe out there. Big Duke out. You already know. Thank me later.
So, hear me out. This is Montreal's airship mooring station, where they used to dock these bad boys at and get people on and off of it to go on about their way. All right, but look at the anatomy. A tall iron tower, 190 something feet, a viewing deck up at the top, a spiral staircase down the middle, and a large base for support. What's odd is there's one very similar in Philadelphia. Here we go. This is West Philadelphia's, but it's not said to be an airship docking station. It's like all of these ridiculous. It's said to be for water. You see it below? It's a standpipe, it's just a pressure regulator, but somebody's really bad idea was to put George Washington up there. Oh yeah, it's Philadelphia, that's why. No, that's not. You don't put George Washington on a standpipe. Oh, George didn't make the cut, I guess. I bet the architect's best friend came up to him and was like, hey man, you know, the George Washington thing's great. It's Philadelphia, it's a great idea, but do we have to put George on top? Look at it. I mean, standpipe, guys, this is what we were doing in the 1870s, was building standpipes like this. It's got a 30-foot tall base, okay, octagonal masonry, spiral staircase. Remember what I said at the beginning in the top. The top part is interesting because it looks like the central shaft on a mooring masthead, okay, where the airship used to connect to. And you can see right here, this 1919 proposal for an airship terminal. They got the train station just right next to it. People get off and they head about their way right next to the railroad. It's right next to the railroad. And look at the top. Look at the top. Doesn't it look like one of those mooring masts? This is a different mooring station in Canada. Looks very similar, right? These mooring stations that are in Canada have wider bases, but the standpipe in West Philadelphia, it has a 35-foot masonry base. They're really trying to keep that thing there. Plus, if you just do a little search of Philadelphia's water supply, it was atrocious. But their standpipes sure look good. Love y'all and have a good day.
Okay, I'm gonna come up. Okay, this for entertainment. What I'm saying ain't true. What if what the Moors or the Tartarians, what if what they built that's still here, that we know what is here, what it was used for, what if they built it to keep it there forever? So just in case it did get taken over, they couldn't destroy it, but they couldn't use it either. But it's still there. So if we ever develop the strength or awaken enough that when we get back in power, we can use it. I'm just asking. Have y'all thought about that? I have. Let me know your thoughts, man. I had to ask.
This is an informational video with no intention of offending anyone.
You are about to see what could be the greatest proof of the existence of reptilian beings. Observe what happens with his eyes. Is it a satellite malfunction in the television transmission? Or is he really showing his reptilian side? Another even more chilling case. At a live concert, the band's vocalist displays eyes that truly resemble those of a crocodile. Is this another glitch, or further compelling evidence of the existence of shape-shifting reptilians? Now we will see how a person on the side of the Supreme Pontiff displays some strange behaviors with their eyes and tongue. Is it just a common movement, or are they actually acting like a shape-shifting reptile because of the movements of their eyes and tongue? Your support makes us stronger. Follow me, share, and leave your comment.
They right in front of us.
During a live TV show, Brazilian presenter Silvio Santos shocked everyone when his teeth started to look terrifying. They appeared sharp and pointy. His teeth even seemed to change shape constantly, like they were trying to return to normal. It clearly wasn't bad oral health either, because this is what his usual smile looks like. But the strange part is, he wasn't the only one. Many other famous personalities had also been caught on camera with their teeth transforming the same way. All these videos couldn't be just a coincidence. Could this be a slip that revealed their true identity? In Florida, a TikToker approached a street worker who looked very unusual. His eyes were pale and cloudy, and his teeth were long and sharp. Out of curiosity, the TikToker asked if he had some kind of deformity, but instead, the man said something terrifying. He claimed he was exiled from a land beyond the ice wall, and that our realm was a prison for him. The TikToker ended the talk quickly and posted the video the next day. His viewers started connecting his words to those theories about a secret land beyond the ice walls.
I knew that was coming because I remember that clip, but my question is, what did he get exiled for? The hell you get exiled for, bro?
Case was also arrested here back on September 18th.
In 2008, a Fox News anchor's broadcast took a very strange turn. While Michael Brownlee was reporting from Palmdale, California, his skin started to change, slowly forming strange patterns. It seemed like strange scales had appeared mysteriously across his face. What made it even stranger was that he didn't seem to notice any of it, as if he was a reptilian humanoid and his real identity was slipping out right there on live TV.
Now keep in mind, this is the family story. Their account of what they
During a live program in 2016, something truly strange happened. A presenter seemed to shapeshift right there in front of everyone. Her eyes seemed to change completely. Her irises turned a glowing yellow, and her pupils became narrow slits, just like a reptilian. It only lasted for a brief moment, but it was hard to miss. And did you see how she turned her face to the side? Right then, it was almost like she felt her mask slipping and tried to hide it. But even with that quick move, the camera still caught everything.
What if they do that on purpose. Like, they show it to mess with us.
Have you heard about this prediction from a Brazilian psychic claiming that something massive is about to happen over a major sporting event on June 24th? Her name is Vô Bahiana, and she's saying that on that date, a UFO mothership will appear over a major sporting event in Miami. And in that moment, we'll have undeniable proof that we're not alone in the universe. Proof that interdimensional, extraterrestrial, alien beings are here. She's also claiming that her vision showed her that 700 people, from attendees to players, will be taken up into this craft, and they'll be told that they have a role in saving humanity. Now, I always take predictions like this with a huge grain of salt. Most of the time, there's nothing to it and nothing ever happens. But what makes this interesting is that for the past week or so, Brazil has been experiencing a genuine wave of UAP sightings. Some of those, like Mike Leao, the farmer who went massively viral, appear to have been exaggerating or outright hoaxing his sightings. But Brazil's UFO history is no joke. We're talking about cases like Varginha, Colares, where an entire village experienced being attacked by UFOs for several months. Brazil also has the first documented case of someone being taken up into a UAP, with the case of Antonio Villas-Boas, a Brazilian farmer who in 1957 reported that he encountered a UFO and was taken aboard the craft. And this was several years before the case of Betty and Barney Hill. So what do you think? Is something actually going to happen on June 24th? Let me know in the comments below.
Somewhere around you right now is a portal in your house, on your property, and there are demons all around it. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you a video captured on a security camera of one of those portals. When I used to hear the word portal, even though I have seen many things paranormal, it sounded too Hollywood. I didn't really think they were real. It was just something that sounded cool. Then I got to thinking, paranormal things, they're not God. They're not omnipresent. They're not everywhere. They can't be everywhere at once. So there is some way that they have to travel. One theory is that portals are created when you place two mirrors facing each other. It creates a portal. Maybe, maybe not. This guy got a portal on his property, out in front of his house. He's totally oblivious to this, as you'll see in the video. It looks like a huge bonfire, but there is a cloaked figure standing outside of it. Portals are real, and this is what they look like.
Earlier footage from Peru showed a woman with unusual hands, but a similar case from Colombia drew even more attention for a different reason. This time, the woman's hands appeared normal. Instead, it was her facial structure that raised concern. During a televised segment, the news anchor lightly touched the woman's cheek. The skin visibly shifted and reshaped, almost like soft clay being pressed. The change happened instantly and returned just as quickly. In this clip, two men were sitting together casually when one of them reached over and pulled the other man's nose. Instead of the skin stretching naturally, an entire outer layer lifted and peeled away. A CCTV clip from New York City showed two figures walking quickly down a quiet street late at night. Their movements appeared deliberate, as if they were trying to avoid attention. At first glance, they looked human, but viewers who zoomed into the footage noticed unusual details. Their eyes and ears appeared distorted, not matching normal human features. The proportions looked off, giving the impression that their forms were being imitated rather than natural.
The first two look like masks they was wearing. The last, I don't know.
I see a creepy video of possibly a glitch in the Matrix. This was sent in by someone named Lisa. She said it's fine if I use her real name. And she said she got a camera alert from her front door camera at 5:29 in the morning. She says she did not review the footage until later in the day. She was sleeping when she got the notification. But also, when you see it, which you'll see it, notice the bottom right-hand corner of the video because there's some weird movement down there afterward. So here we go. It gradually gets lighter, but the initial notification was at 5:29 a.m. And you can see the camera sort of picks up the changing light as it gets more and more into the morning, I guess. But this video was about 40 seconds long. I cut off a bunch of it. Who is that? And now look at the bottom right. Interestingly enough, she says that the boy in the photo looks a lot like her son, but it's not her son. And later that day, they received an unexpected grocery delivery of things that she wouldn't normally buy her son. And they asked around the neighborhood, they checked their apps, they had not ordered it. She said the thing in the video in the bottom right-hand corner does look to her and her son like it's grocery bags. But if that's the case, they were in the video 8 hours before they were actually delivered. Her theory is interesting. She says that her son was actually a twin in utero, but that her son's twin actually passed. And when they went over this footage and they were talking about it, her son was laughing and saying, well, maybe my twin wanted me to have some snacks. Snacks that you wouldn't buy me, Mom. So let her know your thoughts. Interesting enough. And she'll be seeing the comments. She said it was fine if I used her real name. If you have a creepy video or you have something that you want more community eyes on, send that in too. We would love to see it.
I think I found a genie lamp. The actual is this? It's got a sealed, it's heavy as shit too. Okay, this is a mystery. Okay, I couldn't get it off with one hand, but I just loosened it. I haven't looked in it yet. Oh, it's just full of water. What the actual What is this? Why is it here? What? Oh, it's got a number inside. 635. Whatever that means. Dude, did I just like disturb someone's urn? Oh, me. Look what's wrote on the bottom. Cremation identification. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that's not Trevor, is it? Oh, dear Father, I have returned, and I ask that I may return Trevor Coates to his final resting place. I apologize for what I have done. I ask that you take him back. R.I.P. Trevor, and I apologize for bringing you up.
I would have just scooped wherever I dumped it all at, tied it back up.
A video filmed on a beach in the United States has gone viral on social media, but what unsettled viewers most was a detail almost everyone missed at first glance. In the distance, near the shoreline, only a faint shape can be seen moving through the water, and many initially assumed it was just a prank or someone performing with a costume. However, as the footage continues, something feels off. The movement doesn't resemble a human at all, but instead looks like a large reptile thrashing repeatedly near the surface. Even more disturbing, it doesn't seem to be moving randomly, but instead circling within a fixed area as if it is observing something. Waves crash around it, yet it never leaves its position. The clip quickly sparked intense debate online, with some insisting it is an alligator in coastal waters, while others believe the situation is far more unusual. And just as viewers replayed the footage, some noticed an even stranger detail appearing at the edge of the frame.
Look like a regular ass gator to me.
Man, look, bro. I thought I'm gonna say you something else right here. This is in a Chinese national park. This statue. Why does this statue exist? Why does that exist in a Chinese national park? I'm finna show you. You put this on this interview, you're going up. It's unreleased.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's unreleased because you waited a long time for this. All right, now watch this, brother. Your head up. Now this photo is from a lady's trail camera in Oklahoma. I went and stood in the exact same spot, and whoever this is 3 feet taller than me and 2 feet wider than me. Pause. Gotta pause that one on insane. Whew. Watch this.
That's interesting.
Bro, it's a lot of things that take place on this earth. Because when I go to the Native American reservations, they tell you exactly what this is. Look at this right there. This is all unreleased, and you got my permission to post it. Because that first photo I took myself. When I seen them running, first thing I do, I'm reaching for the demonstration.
Trying to demonstrate now.
The white boy say, huh, stop. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. Look, he ain't threatening me. But he got that rabbit and he moving very fast. Now you see that last photo? That's on a trail cam.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Who is that?
She look like King Kong.
Look like
Bigfoot.
King Kong right there, man.
Yeah, that's.
So where would they get the idea for Planet of the Apes? Where would they get the idea of Chewbacca in Star Wars?
He ain't lying. Damn, that shit clear.
Mike rescues animals on his small farm, and on this day, it seemed like a normal day until his animals went crazy, staring at the empty forest. He found a knockdown fence, strange sounds started, growling, heavy breathing, snapping like a rope or a ratchet. Not any animal he knew. I'll enhance some of the audio.
Vamos, Billy, venha. Ó. Vamos, Billy, venha. Ó.
Then dozens of planes and jets overhead, and as night fell, he grabbed his phone and went live. He saw a giant object hovering above the trees, round, massive, with yellow, blue and green lights blinking like a game, and it wasn't a plane, drone or a helicopter. And Mayek was visibly terrified, locking up animals, calling his mum, and the object dimmed, then seemed to move closer. And the next day he drew what he saw, and he says it was 60 meters big. Emotional in interviews, and even got an alleged DM from Brazil's intelligence agency, ABIN. So with all the strange noises and the physical encounter, what could it be? I can't explain it. What do you think? And this happened just yesterday or the day before, so everything about this is very strange. From the object itself, I mean, that genuinely looks strange, to the sounds, the growling, the high vibration, the cracks and snaps. It kind of gives me Skinwalker vibes or Skinwalker Ranch vibes. So whatever's going on out there, and apparently being approached by intelligence agencies, that is pretty telling too. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on this to see how it develops. And the drawing he drew does seem like some legacy UFO carvings, drawings, sightings, if you will. So this looks like an object that has been seen multiple times as well. Very strange. Holy moly. Brazil, Portugal, you guys, all of you guys around that area get some funky things, man.
Selling your soul is a real thing. Just look at Platboy Max. A couple months ago, he was just praising God, talking about Jesus as king. Now, all of a sudden, he got a diva tattoo and he's shouting out. You see how fast they can get you with money? You see how easily people are bought? Don't be a weak person.
Okay, guys, breaking news time, okay? So, I got this gunman saves Arguello Airmen here in Lompoc. The body is basically found 13 miles east off Highway 1. From Lompoc. When you do the Google Maps, it's just hop, skip, and a jump down to Goviata, where Domingos Edwards' case was. Authorities always believe that case was linked to the sailor and his wife that were unalived at Ocean Beach in San Diego, California, near the Navy base down there. There was also 3 young ladies that were unalived between 61 and 62. It was possibly linked to a Navy sailor on an airplane who left a cryptic message saying, "I'm not afraid of dying. I don't know what I'm doing. Fasten your seatbelt. I'm getting to know. I'm getting away." Okay? So why is this important? So if authorities thought Domingos and Edwards were related to the Swindle case, and this case is a Navy airman found in the creek 1 mile, not 1 mile, excuse me, off Highway 1, a couple miles from Goviata Beach, around that time frame that this crazy maniac was hitting, and it was believed to be Zodiac. A lot of these cases were connected, even the 3 girls I mentioned. So I'm going to touch base on the last 2 girls. Donna Frizzley, 13 February 62. The next girl for April 62. And then 6 days after that girl, Ray Davis, the cab driver, is unalived in Oceanside, which is near an NAAS, San Clemente, as well as all the other Navy bases in San Diego. So when I looked up NAAS, I found out Point Aguero. I was like, okay, I'm not going to find nothing. So I searched newspapers, and look what I find. A Navy sailor, James Yarbrough, found dead in the creek off Highway 1, 13 miles east of Lompoc. And it was with a 22. Domingos Edwards with a 22. Swindles with a 22 rifle, which is probably why the ballistics don't match. He went from a rifle to a gun at different points in this. Somehow they dropped the ball and didn't connect this Navy airman who was only in his young 20s. He was only born barely in 1940. He hails from Arkansas, lived in Dallas a little bit, went to boot camp in San Diego, and then got stationed at NAAS Point Aguero. I've been in the Navy. I've done a lot of research on history, and I've never heard of that base in my life. But here you guys have it. Gunman slays him. What you guys think? Zodiac or not? Zodiac's a Navy sailor? Tell me down in the comments.
Que porra é essa, bicho? Puta que pariu. Meu Deus do céu.
This lady picks up NPC activity on her Ring camera from 7:33 to 7:35.
Walk y'all through this. This is the neighbor coming out, right? Peep this. Look at this. This is gonna blow y'all mind. Look, it's 7:33. She comes out the house. The NPC comes out the house with the bag. 7:33. Watch this matrix glitch. I'm telling you, this is a simulation. It's 7:33, y'all. Okay, walks somewhere, God knows where. Boom. Now this is the time. It's clocking the time, y'all. Look what time it is. Look at the time. Come back out the house. How many minutes is that? It's the same loop. The Truman Show.
See this person, she walks out the door. How did she get back in the house? And then she walks out again. But let's keep going.
It's the Truman Show. Did y'all just peep that glitch with that NPC? It's all caught on camera. Can't deny it. Boom, this gonna get crazier. Look, 4 minutes later, come back out the house with a dog. But I'm just trying to show y'all, this is exactly what they don't want people to see. They being exposed, bro.
From 7:35 to 7:40, 4 minutes later, she comes back out with a dog. Now, could there be a back door? Yes. Could there be a side door? Yes. But does it look super strange? Yes. Well, I believe that there's NPC activity going on? Absolutely. It's like catching your neighbors bringing in groceries. Do you ever see that? It's rarely seen. Or I'm sure you've seen businesses in your town or in your city that make no sense but stay open. Or have you ever noticed a grocery store or a grocery aisle has nobody in it until you arrive and then all of a sudden it's busy? These are all legitimate NPC activity, but what do you think about this Ring camera footage? You think that's NBC? Is that a little strange? She came out 3 times. 3 times in like 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's strange. 3 total times that this lady came out of the house without going in it. But let me know what you guys think. It's us.
There's so much I want to say about that, but just know mine's weird.
A security camera covers a suburban driveway.
It seems like a calm, normal night in this Texas suburb until suddenly these two very strange creatures appear.
They are really bizarre. They appear to be about 2 feet tall, crouched over like demonic gremlins.
The intruders stalk the driveway with an unknown purpose. The more I watch this, the creepier it gets.
What are these highly unusual creatures and where did they come from?
One of them shoots something.
Whoa! I did not expect it to do that.
That's crazy.
What is that strange light being shot into the sky?
Looks almost like a missile firing out.
Could that be some kind of a laser gun or communication device?
Little creatures waddling around beams of light. It's hard not to make the jump to thinking they're aliens.
They got the blicky on them, bro. You ready to let it bang?
The video is currently trending where a woman records her family coming out of their home only for a strange object to pop up almost out of thin air. The video left people in the comments wondering if this was evidence of timelines merging or if it had a reasonable explanation behind it. I want you to check it out and let me know what you think.
So now I step out, watch, look. Right there. Boom. They came out of nowhere.
Disappeared.
So like, there was like nothing on the floor right now?
Shit, cameras be catching.
This is horrifying. Not even our salad is safe from being poisoned. Check this out.
They're soaking bagged salad in the same chemical used to clean your toilet at 50 times the dose. The grim process was exposed in a factory tour. Every leaf dumped through chlorine, then sealed in gas for 14 days.
This bagged salad is so chemical, it's not legal in 30 countries. Every spring mix starts as biosolid soil, literal human sewage spread as cheap fertilizer, drowned in 4 chemical pesticides before it's vacuum sucked into trucks, with no hand ever touching a leaf. What remains is dumped into active chlorine, forming trihalomethanes, a confirmed bladder carcinogen, shipped into polypropylene plastic.
Petroleum-made blueberries in America's #1 breakfast. Thomas's English muffins just got banned from Whole Foods and school cafeterias after their blueberries were traced to Blue 1, Blue 2, and Red 40.
Thomas's didn't just fake the blueberry. They bonded petroleum to aluminum and fed it to kids. That blueberry color starts as literal coal tar, scorched into aniline, the same petrochemical used to make rubber, bonded in 3 aluminum-locked dyes, including the same blue used in Listerine mouthwash. That vat is then dumped with real blueberries, only 2% by weight, crammed into bleached wheat dough, sealed in plastic, and shipped as breakfast.
A genetically modified cracker, Ritz crackers, enjoyed by 70 million Americans, contains bioengineered ingredients requiring warning labels in over 60 countries.
This dead disc is held together with 9 synthetic agents. Ritz's cheese flavor starts as liquefied cheddar, injected with chemical enzymes to devour the fat. That dust is crammed into a flour so dead, 4 synthetic vitamins are pumped back in, soaked in 3 separate oils, then laced with a chemical blend, burying up to 100 undisclosed chemicals.
Best advice for entertainment purposes, when we shop for food, bro, look at the ingredients, and if it ain't like 2-3 simple ass ingredients, don't touch it. I know how hard that shit sounds, but I feel like it's better for us in the long run. We're gonna keep doing the shit we doing, and who knows where this shit gonna lead, bro.
Feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos, that cream in the middle. It's not cream at all. It's seed oil whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue, holding the sludge together. And the cookie parts strip cocoa and chemical stabilizers enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much.
Shit crazy, bro.
This reminds me of the ghost stories that were emerging from taxi drivers shortly after the Japan tsunami in 2011. It was actually such a documented event that a university student did a study where they interviewed 100 different taxi drivers that were working in the disaster zone of Ishinomaki, where thousands of people had lost their lives. And during this study, drivers reported picking up passengers who requested to be taken to neighborhoods or districts that had been completely swept away by the tsunami. But upon arrival to their requested destinations, the drivers would turn around to find the backseat empty, even though the taximeter had been running the entire time. I imagine that it'd probably be more of an annoyance than anything, because then this left the drivers as the ones responsible to cover the unpaid fare. According to one of the accounts, a driver had picked up a shivering woman in a heavy coat, despite it being summertime, who asked to be driven to a district that was in complete ruins. When the driver told her there was nothing left of that area, she reportedly asked, "Have I died?" Most of the drivers didn't actually view these unexplainable encounters with fear. They actually believed that the spirits may have been confused, and they saw it as their duty to help them move on from this tragedy.
That's something Americans will not do. Americans would be scared out their mind, bro. They don't understand that shit. Don't come with that.
The man with the single gate walks right through it. Just thought I had to repost that. And walks on down the street like it's okay. Well, I'll be damned. With a strut too. Some pep in the step. Instead of walking across the grass to the car right there, ain't that a BIT? Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I hope there's a reasoning behind that, but the shit
That's
we
fine.
seen.
We got that way. You want to retract it and like watch it kind of spread out? We got a nice little protuberance there. It is 9:01. Okay, we'll check back in another 5. What do you think it's gonna do, Scotty? What do you think? There's gonna be another one next to an hour or so. Looks like the first one would have been over here. So just so you can see, there's my car. There's that one. There's the one we're tracking. They got the other one coming there, so it's gonna slowly form. So it is now a full-blown. Like, look, bro, what the?
Exactly where we were standing.
It is now a full look. Look, this is exactly where we're standing. Oh my god! Nice. Yeah, there you have it.
We see that shit all the time. We talk about this in the comments.
This former spy says the CIA had a talking dog.
I said hello, and the dog looks at me. You know how dogs do their head like that? And he goes, hello. I said, oh my God, you do talk. And he said, yeah, that's how I got a job at the CIA. I said, I work at the CIA. He said, yeah, I was in counter. I said, I'm in counter. What did you do in counter? He said, well, because I talk, they sent me to Bin Laden's compound, and I listened to what Bin Laden was saying.
You see, this technology they're putting up in our neighborhoods, we have no idea how it's affecting us. So many people are agitated all the time, and they don't know why. So they're quick to snap and literally harm other people, and we're blaming these people, not realizing that this technology is emitting frequencies that is literally agitating people on a cellular level. We are in a literal spiritual warfare, people. Animals are being affected. You guys can see up there, like, this is affecting everybody everywhere. But guess what? Most of you guys are too fucking manipulated, too brainwashed. You guys are using fluoride products like toothpaste and drinking fluoride water, and now your mind is gone. Awaken to the truth. We are in a war, people. You can't see it. Only if you see it do you see it. Nah, but seriously, like, really think about what's going on. This is happening everywhere, and there's so many people who are like doing outrageous things, and it's like, oh my gosh, we get mad at them, but we're not even realizing, like, these people, like, you have to be mentally, like, spiritually strong in today's day and age to really maneuver through what's going on. You know, every so often, like, something will like piss me off, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm high vibrational, I'm above the frequency of all of this. But a lot of people aren't conscious, so they get triggered by these different frequencies. Wake up, people.
Okay. When we watch a lot of these videos, a lot of people, everybody wants to be high vibrational. But nobody wants to explain is, when you high vibrational, there's things that you go back and forth until you learn how to balance it. like consistently, but you go from high to low to low to high, and you have to control it. You have to learn it, because that's the part nobody talks about. Because once you reach to that point of awakening, you have to sustain that level and understand you have to every day put yourself into a routine to where you're reaching those levels. You get what I mean? Because if you don't, you'll slip back into the low vibrational state, and you gotta fight your way or work your way back up. You know what I mean? It's like that. It goes in cycles. Sometimes you're not always gonna be high. Sometimes you're gonna be lower than normal. Sometimes you're gonna be higher than normal. But you gotta learn how to balance it. You have to learn yourself. Learn the right things to do to keep that balance. It ain't easy, and it ain't simple, but it's worth it. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I just gotta say that because I hear a lot of content creators talk and they don't never discuss that. And they make it seem like they always up here and they never come back down. Come on, bro. We all human. We still do. We might be up today, but tomorrow you might be ready to wild out. You have to control that, though. A lot of it come from towers, frequencies. Sometimes it come from the shit they putting. Sometimes it come from the... I ain't even gonna go no deeper. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, though. It's for entertainment. It ain't all... And none of this shit.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, I found one of my kangaroos just clean ripped in half. The bottom half was just gone. I came back the next day to find the top half gone as well. And there was a drag trail leading off into the bush. I followed that trail in and around the bushes to eventually cross where I'm standing right now. This is a kangaroo cemetery. There's almost a dozen kangaroos here, from before I was a bone hunter. And then the trail continued on around those bushes there. Now, further down the trail, I found one leg attached to the tail, and a chunk of very meaty spine. I then came back the next day, and the leg was almost entirely eaten, bones all smashed up, and what was left of the tail was just some unraveled skin. Oh, and the meaty spine had been taken away. From there, I came back a following day again and searched under the bushes in that area, where I found more half kangaroos, only pelvis down, an assortment of bits of legs and bits of tail. Never any spine, never any upper body. They varied from full-size pelvis to small-size pelvis, so I guess all ages. Since then, there's been no activity. Nothing has happened yet. Until I came back to the kangaroo cemetery. That's the tunnel that I had to scope from one side to find over here. From the original hunting of the torso trail, which again, never found the torso. But back in this same area is all this damage to these peppercorn trees. All these branches have been snapped and ripped off and just shredded on the floor. Now those same branches on this side have peppercorns on them. But this type of peppercorn is toxic to people and, well, I thought animals as well. So something has come back to this trail and, I guess, eaten whole branches? Peppering their half kangaroos? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep investigating and we'll see what happens next.
I want to know how this shit end and what is it.
You guys, like, no joke right now. I'm not even joking with you right now. Did anybody see anything else weird? Who else is driving on 87 at 8:45 at night? Did anybody else see the thing in the sky? Like, I'm not joking, okay? Because I was driving and I was like, oh, wow, that's a really fast moving plane. But I was like, that looks weird because that doesn't really look like the lights of a plane. But I was driving, so I didn't get to freaking video because I was trying not to get pulled over. And then I go around a turn and it was gone. It was just like descending hella fast. And then I go around a curve, gone. I was like, no. It cannot be gone. What?
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Okay, and this one is for the men.
Man here listening. What's up?
When you're going to the bathroom, you want to make sure you have a stool underneath your feet. Why is that? Because you have an opening that is by your ball sack that literally when you poop, the fecal matters go directly to the frickin' ball sack instead of directly to the colon because of the gravity is pulling it. Once you put that elevation underneath your feet, like a stool, it literally is going to be able to go directly to the colon instead of it going to that little opening that causes you to have prostate enlargement. Want to make sure that you have a stool underneath your feet so your fecal matters is going directly to your colon and not to that opening by your ball sack. This is how we can learn to prevent prostate enlargement. Okay? No one told you? I did.
Now, I didn't know all that. Okay, I didn't know about the whole hole with the ball sack. I didn't know all that. But what I do know is this is the proper way to drop a deuce. I learned this in Japan. When I was living in Japan, when I landed at the airport, I remember going to the bathroom and they didn't have one of these in the stall. It was just a hole in the ground and you had to squat. Right. You had to get down there like this and do your thing, right? Once I learned, I went down the rabbit hole of how you're supposed to drop a deuce. I got back to the US, and the US doesn't have those here, but they have squatty potties. So I've been using squatty potties now for like years, okay? And come to find out, not only am I dropping proper deuces, I'm also taking care of my prostate. Look at that, damn. The more you know. Anyways, get your squatty potty or a stool, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Drop a proper deuce, take care of your prostate, and be healthier. And ma'am, appreciate you. Actually, you know what? I might need to drop a deuce. Hold on.
Appreciate you, for real. Fellas, some knowledge for us.
Yo, who the is Jessica? And why do all the kids, toddlers, babies know her? Like, who the is Jessica?
Jessica? Jessica? Jessica! Jessica!
Jessica! Jessica? Jessica? Who is that, bro? That's kind of...
Don't call him Mr. Beast for no reason. Listen to this.
Mr. Joey, here is your world record slice of pizza.
I'm really hungry right now. This looks good.
This is 9 pounds. It's like you're eating Chris's baby. It's like you're eating Chris's baby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
It's like slicing into a baby. Poor choice of words.
Arsenal hate watch, boy. You telling me the Arsenal hate watch was so peaked that they let folks come back for this bitch? They had folks pop up to the game. They had folks in Budapest, bro, just watching and waiting like everybody else, folks. Ain't no way, bro.
Ain't no way, bro. That shit gotta be like Photoshop.
How about Hershey Park? So like, why do the lifeguards gotta keep bobbing their heads up and down like that? Like, what are they doing?
We hope you enjoyed your ride on Coastline Plunge. Please make your way to the exit of the splash pool. Once you have exited, please return your attention to the following area.
Yeah, remember that clip early on of the lifeguard doing that and they said it was a robot? She was an NPC. Lifeguards. Anybody out there who did that job duty? Why do y'all do that? Explain. I'm sure it's not that deep. I'm sure it's something simple. Let me know.
I don't know if y'all still living in your bubble, but you may need to jump out of it and see what's happening around you. Today, there was a mass. There was a blob that was confirmed, a frozen, like, cold blob in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that's cold and everything around it is heating. And we have been confirmed that a super El Nino is going to impact. Have y'all seen this picture? What I hear about the other thing? No fear mongering, but like I said in my last previous video, if you're not prepared, you need to prepare to do something. One of the things, remember a lot of things been going around talking about the water. The regulation, especially down here, is not with the water. It'd be best for you to try to get a life straw pretty ASAP and make a preparation just for immediate and not depend on the necessities and depend on the luxuries that you guys are used to. So some people might say, oh, when was the last El Nino? This is what it was. This is what El Nino can do. What can happen when the blob actually expands, or what happens with that cold blob in the Atlantic Ocean? Y'all stay safe.
That woman went to Brazil, went to go bungee jump. 3 workers, 3 of them, hoisted her up in a Superman position. 2 of them tossed her over the cliff. Not one of them, out of all 3 of them, remembered to attach the bungee cord. It crossed none of their minds that the cord was not attached. None of them noticed until they dropped her, threw her over the cliff, that the cord was not attached. There is something more in the works. There was something more in the works. There is no way that none of them had the thought or remembered, hey, there are steps to this process. They've done this, I'm sure, probably thousands of times. And none of them remembered to attach that cord, threw that woman to her death. I'm not showing the video. That's crazy.
I seen the video. Did I want to post it here? I didn't. Out of respect for her and her family. And I wouldn't want nobody to do that to my family member. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show the same respect. I feel like respect can heal the world. What's y'all thoughts on that? I actually seen a post today, right before we started shooting. Those three men tried to flee and they ended up getting caught. I heard they've been arrested. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's not. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. I know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop my uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. I appreciate you if you're watching the TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was Move 7. Love y'all Collective. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what